So yesterday at court, the body cam footage of the officer who put the cuffs on YoungBoy back in September during that music video, that was shown, and it was very interesting.
The NBA little boy's emotional response was released online, and he was just sentenced to jail time in the federal firearm case that was transferred from Louisiana to Utah. A young boy accepted a plea deal that called for him to serve 27 months in prison with credit for any time spent in pre-trial detention and 5 years of federal probation. However, the judge changed his mind before imposing the sentence. The courtroom descended into chaos before it could be done as a crazy YoungBoy fan broke into the court hearing system and started yelling for free. YoungBoy for free. All right, everyone should be silent. Mr. Jin's case has already been called and he has finished court today. If you are interested, please remain quiet. The judge began reading the charges after the young man entered the courtroom, grinning and laughing as he reacted to the hacker yelling in his favor. On March 10, 2021, the young man was arrested and charged with 1 count of possession of a firearm by a convicted felon and 1 count of possession of an unregistered firearm. Since the young man is that rapper who has likely been in and out of jail the most for a variety of crimes, they weren't going to take it easy on him, which is why the firearm charge was so severe. However, the young man was caught with the firearm because he was filming a music video in a neighborhood while dancing on the hoods of cars, while playing loud music. An older woman living on the street called the police because she was worried about what they were doing, and when they arrived, they recognized the young man from his lengthy history with the sheriff's office and arrested him.
He puts the cuffs on him, and then YoungBoy's reaction is kind of hilarious. I thought it might be interesting for y'all. He was like, yo, big dog, man, what you doing, man? Why you putting these cuffs on me? That's who he was calling the cop. He was calling the cop big dog. He's like, big dog, you up right now. I didn't do nothing. You could search me. I got nothing on.
Because of this, the cop approaches him and puts him in handcuffs. The young boy's reaction is hilarious, and I thought it might be interesting for you all. He was saying, yo, big dog, man, what are you doing? And why are you putting these cuffs on me? He was calling the cop big dog, saying, big dog, you're up right now, and I didn't do anything. You could search me, but I have nothing on me. The cop doesn't listen, so he puts him in the "You can learn a lot about this case from Big Dog White." YoungBoy didn't think he did anything wrong. He didn't think that they were going to go and start taking footage from music videos and said, you held thee in a music video and you're a felon, and that's a federal felony, and you're going to face 3 to 5 years. No, and it really shows you that these federal laws apply to kids like NBA YoungBoy from the hood are extremely unfair and extremely punitive, and we need to take a good long look on what's going on there. But while his arrest was happening, YoungBoy's cameraman was scrambling to delete any footage of YoungBoy holding a firearm for the music video. Just before he was able to finish deleting all the photos, the police confiscated the camera where they recovered the photo evidence of YoungBoy committing the crime. YoungBoy's lawyer argued in court that the footage was obtained illegally since they had no permission to do so at the time, but it didn't hold up in court as we saw in the report. YoungBoy has lost his appeal with the feds, and now prosecutors can use footage of him holding firearms to convict him. NBA update: YoungBoy, he lost the appeal with appeals court. He can take it up to the Supreme Court. What happened? So the federal judge, the lower court, ruled in his favor. She said that the video of him holding what looks like to be and is suppressed. It can't be used at trial against him the way you guys obtained it. You violated his constitutional rights. Now the government went to the 5th Circuit United States Court of Appeals. The 5th Circuit said, you know what, we have a different decision, and we're going to say that the government can use that evidence. It is going to be allowed in the case. Now YoungBoy got a couple of options. One, he can appeal to the Supreme Court. I fully expect they will appeal to the Supreme Court too. You got to go to the government and say, look, this guy was locked up for a long amount of time. I think he was locked up for almost a year. He's been on house arrest for almost a year. How much time do you want him to serve? And think about doing a plea bargain. Ultimately, you can also take this case to trial and try to beat the feds and go 2-0 against them. He's previously beaten a federal. However, with YoungBoy's sentencing finally going down after he submitted a plea deal, the judge shared an emotional speech to YoungBoy, which he wished the best for him. The judge gave YoungBoy a positive message about him being robbed of his talent and potential due to his addiction, and wished him the best of luck after he's out of prison in the future. Mr. Jin, you seem like a really brilliant young guy. And I've seen on several occasions how decent men and women with a lot of skill and promise can be robbed of that potential when they begin to truly battle with your. I hope that after serving your time in federal prison, You will be able to succeed on federal probation and have a bright future where you may realize your full potential in all facets of your life. Best of luck, Mr. Jean. If it's okay with you, that's all I have to say. Thank you. The formal report of the young boy's plea agreement was given, and although his case has ended and he will spend 27 months in prison and 60 months of probation, the troubling thing for the little kid is that this was just one charge he was facing. The charges are still pending. Thank you, everyone. Let's speak about the ridiculous incident when YoungBoy blew things out of proportion after skipping a court hearing. Naturally, the FBI wouldn't overlook that a warrant had been issued for his arrest. They wait for him to approach by setting up a stakeout. Then, without warning, YoungBoy gets into his vehicle and leaves. He is finally pursued by the FBI, who turn on their lights in an attempt to stop him. YoungBoy, however, wouldn't have it. On the highway, he slows down rather than stops. Then, as the police officer exits his car, he shifts it back into gear and floors it. A full-fledged high-speed pursuit ensues. Things improve once he encounters traffic and moves to the regular streets. He chooses to flee on foot after being caught in traffic once again. This is when things start to become very hilarious. Not the best attire for a foot pursuit, YoungBoy is dressed in luxury clothing, slim pants, high-end shoes, and chains. He only made it little before the police apprehended him. However, those few moments produced some crazy pictures, such as YoungBoy sprinting into a fan's lawn, as the policeman chased after him. That's something you see only sometimes, is it? It's game over when the cops finally surround him and toss him into the vehicle. YoungBoy, however, wasn't having it even then. "I don't want to be detained like this," he says to the cops as he is in the back of the vehicle. "I don't want to make a statement and have done everything correctly." YoungBoy was charged with several offenses despite all that drama: speeding, resisting arrest, and who knows what more. The court wasn't exactly kind against him, but the truth is that the finest attorneys are hired when you have millions of cash. Even after that crazy police pursuit, he got bail because of that. It's a crazy scenario, but you have many more alternatives than most people when you're in his shoes. What are your thoughts? Is keeping cool the primary goal, or would you have also attempted running? Please tell us what you think.
YoungBoy out of California is a $540,000 bond. He put up $500,000 in cash. In addition, he put up as collateral 2 properties worth in excess of $1.5 million.
Here's the thing, YoungBoy will not be placed under house arrest, but he must wear an ankle monitor. He may travel as long as he's wearing the ankle monitor under the bail the California court imposed. This is significant because the California court essentially said these circumstances are good enough for YoungBoy. The issue now is, what would make a court in Louisiana make a different decision? The Louisiana court is using the same federal statute, considering the same facts and allegations. Indeed, the way laws are applied might change somewhat from state to state, since it's a different court and circuit. To be honest, however, it would be shocking if a court in Louisiana took a look at the same case and said, no bond, no restrictions. That would be really unusual. In fact, I anticipate that YoungBoy will also be released by the Louisiana court on Tuesday. Let's now discuss where YoungBoy's situation went awry. He has had a difficult journey ever since he abandoned several of the rappers he formerly got along with. In his songs, he began disparaging others and even betraying himself. For instance, Nel Chopin published his song Free YoungBoy to express support and attempt to secure his release when he was detained during that fast-paced pursuit. Then, however, things changed. Chopper wasn't feeling it when YoungBoy made fun of King Von and O'Block after Von's death. It all began in 2022 when Chopper released Bring the Hook, a song that made fun of King Von and O'Block and caused a significant uproar in the rap scene. DJ Academics even shared it, releasing another tape and declaring that YoungBoy was on demon time. Lil Reese then responded with I Stamp That, making it obvious that he didn't think it was demon time, but rather simply ordinary rap material. YoungBoy looked incredibly irritated by this, and he called out Chopper for speaking out about the matter in his song No Like I Know. He began to rap, I bet your mom will be destroyed when we send you to God for making statements and choosing sides about my beef with them boys. Chopper then made it apparent that he was no longer standing with him by changing the title of his Free YoungBoy song to just YoungBoy out of contempt. To make things worse, we even saw a video of Chopper discussing the matter with DJ Academics. Do you think that YoungBoy will also be released by the Louisiana court, or do you think that things will change? Tell me what you think.
he's not able to defend his name, bro. And it be a lot going on within his name about him when, to me, bro, he a real stand-up dude. And it was just unfortunate how it happened. Like, he can't.
YoungBoy, a rapper, will not be placed under house arrest, but must wear an ankle monitor under bail imposed by the California court. The Louisiana court will use the same federal statute and consider the same facts and allegations. It would be unusual for a Louisiana court to make a different decision, as it is a different court and circuit. YoungBoy's situation has been difficult since he abandoned several rappers and began disparaging others and betraying himself in his songs. Nell Choppa published his song Free YoungBoy to express support and secure his release during his fast-paced pursuit. However, Choppa was not feeling it when YoungBoy made fun of King Von and O-Block after Von's death. It is expected that YoungBoy will also be released by the Louisiana court on Tuesday. It all began in 2022 when Choppa released Bring the Hook, a song that made fun of King Von and O-Block and caused a significant uproar in the rap scene. DJ Academics even shared it, releasing another tape and declaring that YoungBoy was on demon time. Lil Reese then responded with I Stamped That, making it obvious that he didn't think it was demon time, but rather simply ordinary rap material. YoungBoy looked incredibly irritated by this, and he called out Choppa for speaking out about the matter in his song Know Like I Know. He began to rap, I bet your mom will be destroyed when we send you to God for making statements and choosing sides about my beef with them boys. Choppa then made it apparent that he was no longer standing with him by changing the title of his Free YoungBoy song to just YoungBoy out of contempt. To make things worse, we even saw a video of Choppa discussing the matter with DJ Academics. Do you think that YoungBoy will also be released by the Louisiana court, or do you think that things will change? Tell me what you think.